Hey y'all, this is a video about the advice I've received from boomers. So obviously like boomers have been around, they've sunk their teeth in business, I think good advice for all people who are young and they're getting into business or trying to run their own business. Boomers have been here a long time and they do hoard a lot of collateral, a lot of money. They've found a way that works for them. They've had time to perfect it, and so they're very good at it, right? But often the advice that I get from them is thinking small. Like, hey, pick up every penny. Check on all your employees, make sure they're not slacking even 5 minutes. So it is very micro management thinking, right? And it works. I believe in it. I do what they tell me to do, and I benefit from the advice that they've given me in the past, And I started cooking with the older generation, so they were yelling at me. We were in a hot kitchen. I was pressured to do well, and so I thrive off of what do they call it, tough love. So I thrive off of that because the pressure was correctly utilized in my work ethic, so it helped me become a better cook, right? And some of the advice that I see from younger generations, from Gen Z, is more of like, hey, self-care, think of yourself, don't work too hard for somebody, don't give them all of your energy, take time for yourself. There's this guy, Inked Owl, he's a chef on TikTok, and so he's kind of leans more towards that. I think I lean more towards the older generations, where it's like, I think that's seeking comfort, and I don't think that seeking comfort makes you stronger. I think it gives you a little bit of mental health, to kind of take off and stuff. But any form of comfort, I feel like, does make you a bit weaker, and any form of struggle, challenge, and pain does make you a lot stronger. Like if y'all watched my other video, I was talking about how Russian boxers, even as kids, 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, are punching tree bark and punching trees and, fighting bears or whatever, but the moral of the story is, like, these Russians just push themselves to have a tough life because they understand that it makes them stronger, just like the Middle Eastern, UFC fighters, where they like created